Welcome to our video about Malta. Malta is a Mediterranean nation located south of Italy and north of Libya. It is a small island nation with a vibrant culture and a rich history. We'll be exploring Malta's fascinating best places to visit as well as its breathtaking scenery. Malta is a popular destination for visitors looking to immerse themselves in the unique Mediterranean culture and island lifestyle. So, let's look at what makes Malta so unique. But first, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more travel videos. Valletta, the Maltese capital, has a vast legacy of monuments that make it an open-air museum. The capital of this small Mediterranean country of less than 500,000 inhabitants is an amazing enclave, a natural refuge protected by peninsulas, on which, in the 16th century, the so-called three cities were built: Sengli, Cospicua, and Vittoriosa, all facing the Great Harbour. Valletta's history is one of the richest in the Mediterranean. Its location made it one of the most desired cities of antiquity when the Ottoman Empire was battling to conquer it and take over the Great Siege of Malta. The walled fortress is today one of the most famous sights. The popular series Game of Thrones allowed us to see different locations in Malta. One such location is St.Angelo's fort in Birgu, one of the three towns facing the capital. From the gardens of the Upper Baracca in Valletta, the view of this fort is unbeatable. With the sea in between, the great walls rise diagonally as if hiding within them the Holy Grail itself. According to legend, the fort of St.Angelo was built on the site of a fortified Roman settlement. It was the Knights of St. John in 1530 who made it the seat of the Grand Master of the Order. During those years, the fort had to live up to its name and withstood the great sieges of the time, thus extending its glory. For a long time, Mdina was the capital of Malta, a city located on the same island as Valletta. It is nicknamed the City of Silence. The Phoenicians founded this settlement around 700 BC, and since then, its walls have retained a unique medieval aura that has stood the test of time. Through its mud brick buildings and narrow streets, you reach the great jewel of Mdina, the cathedral. A magnificent temple that perfectly combines architecture and art, making it practically a museum. In the south of Malta, lies Marsaxlokk. This quiet fishing village is popular for the colourful boats that rest in its harbour. It is the prettiest fishing village in the archipelago, recognisable by the bright yellows, blues, reds and greens of the boats floating in its waters. The Phoenicians in the 9th century BC must have been the first, of a long line, to settle in this bay, choosing it for its beauty and strategic position. In the panoramic view of the city from the port, the Church of Our Lady of Pompeii stands out above the other buildings due to the ochre-coloured facade and the red dome that crowns it. From the top of the cliff, Blue Grotto is reminiscent of the now-collapsed azure window. Although it does not retain the mysticism of the azure window, this set of sea caves is one of the most beautiful places in Malta. The cracks that form in the rock allow the sunlight to pass through, creating a play of light that is reflected in 1,000 different blues. The beauty of this place is not only in the sea, but also in its interior, as the whole bottom is covered with corals, for the delight of divers. Ghajn Tuffieha is a red sandy beach located in Malta. The bay is situated 345 meters south of Golden Bay. It is quieter than Golden Bay and is often visited by local Maltese and tourists. To reach this beach, it is necessary to climb down a 200-step staircase down a hill. At the top of the cliffs to the west of Ghajn Tuffieha Bay is an ancient defense tower built in 1637. Halfway between Malta and Gozo, the island of Comino, one of Malta's charms, has secluded beaches with turquoise waters such as the Blue Lagoon, of such an intense color that it seems incredible. The most desirable place in Malta, after its capital, is on Comino, the smallest island of the smallest country in Europe. Surrounded by the waters of the Mediterranean Sea are some of the best beaches. The scarce presence of sand creates mixed zones between beaches and the open sea. In the middle of this mix is the famous Blue Lagoon, a maritime paradise, with calm waters where the lightest blue merges in a fusion of contrasts with the deepest indigo, thus leaving a perfectly delimited picture, a work of art that is also full of life, making it an unmissable spot for snorkeling and scuba diving enthusiasts. Popeyes Village is a collection of rustic wooden buildings located in the village of Valletta, Malta. The village was created as a film set for the 1980 musical film Popeye, starring Robin Williams. Today, the village is a tourist attraction, with various shops, restaurants, and activities for visitors.